Hello. Are we live? I think we're live.
Hello.
Welcome Sunshine community to Mars vs. May Game 1 as a row control match. Both players have been I guess May already has 2 wins according to the screen. But yeah, both players very similar elo. We should be seeing a pretty Oh, we're not live? Okay. Wait, we are live? I'm getting mixed messages from the chat.
I think it's a joke.
Yeah, anyway, I'm Bread Ghost. I'm commentating today with Haywire.
Hello.
Yes, and should be a good match. So, let's see. Looks like the players are starting to ready up. This is the second round of Division 4. The second round for everybody in every division, but this is Division 4. We're deciding who is going on to the semifinals with this series. Yeah, so some stakes here that we got going. I believe Mars is the higher seed, so Mars would have picked this format. Because the higher seed picks the first game and the last game format. So this is row control, and Mars wanted to play some row control. I'm not sure what May picked for the second one. I'm not even sure when there's two matches.
Draft is the next one.
I didn't see this in the commentators last night, so wasn't sure. Oh, and we're off. So, let's look at this card a little bit. I'm seeing some Bianco. That's pretty standard. 20 Bianco Blues, Bianco for Harvest, 5 Bianco Shines. Gets you a little bit in 3 different rows. 20 from Bianco, subsidiary to 20 Blues in row 2. But you're obviously probably not going to win all of the Bianco goals. You're probably going to have to trade some, get Bianco for Harvest or 20 Bianco Blues. Would not be surprised to see one of the other player go for those 2 goals. If for a 20 from 2, what do you think you'll get your second 20 here? Probably Pinna, right?
Yeah, unless you're late and you don't win to Pinna, you could just do it in like Rico.
For sure.
But,
20 Rico is pretty fast.
This card is fairly early game oriented with a lot of accessible goals.
Yeah, we got some early game. We also got the Serena play that could happen with row 3.
Yeah.
If you do that though, actually, yeah, row 3 actually works really, really well with Serena. 2 hidden from 1 level, 4 Serena chance, Serena 4 hidden. Got that in the bag right there. Like the player could rush that, win row 3, and if they don't whenevers in just a short amount of time. I'm not sure how these players feel about whenevers, but
I see a lot of blue coin goals, and I think maybe it's good to go for blues somewhat hard, or to just completely try and counter it. I feel like if you just if you're late to the blues, you're just gonna lose them on this type of card.
Right.
If you press the R button all the way down, you can stop.
Yeah, and it's not like the card that I had with Denial the other day, which was like all blues. Like if you won a lot of blues goals, you basically won the match. This is like you have to win some other level progress stuff too. Like Serena is really important for row 3 if you want that. Even if you get 40 totals, you really need to be thinking about getting Serena quickly. And doing that fast. Yeah, like there's a little bit of level progress. I wouldn't say level progress is super strong here.
It's all very spread out. There's a lot of different worlds you can go to, and I don't really have any, like, I don't see any obvious good starts that seem overpowered. I think you can route around and counter pretty well at this card, depending on how you react.
Yeah. Let's see, any and other miscellaneous things. Hidden Shines. 2 hidden from 1 level and 2 Gelato Hiddens are on this card. A lot of value in Hiddens in 3 different rows. And you also got the 200s in the corner for whoever really wants that. Maybe they want a Rico 100 synergy, but I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Goldbirds. Yeah, the Hiddens value here is honestly like really good. With Goldbirds, 2 hits from 1 level, 2 Gelato Hiddens, 5 Hiddens. It's like you get a lot of stock everywhere if you can win those goals.
Is it some sort of pump?
I can kind of see a play of just not going for blues and just rushing levels. Maybe grabbing 16 Pinna blues and 15 Delfino blues together with Goldbirds. Yeah, like if you can get early to Pinna and maybe get Yoshi, you can get some of those goals and then just don't waste time on like 20 Bianco blues.
Yeah, the thing with this card in blues is that they don't win you enough. Like, they win a lot. They win, like, 20 Bianco blues is pretty strong with the 40 totals, 20 from 2. And you obviously, if you go for blues, you're going to win row 2. Like, there's no questioning that. You don't even need to get 70 totals, really. But there are no blues goals in the bottom 3 rows besides 40 totals. So you're going to have to get some level progress. Bianco, maybe in Pianta, probably in Serena. 6 Pipes is on here too, so like I wouldn't be surprised to see an earlier Serena play. I wouldn't like to see an really early Serena play, but an earlier one perhaps.
Yeah.
Or a play that doesn't want to go to Pinna.
Based on eyewitness descriptions.
I'm a bit conflicted about this card. It's a tricky one, especially for these people who are Division 4. Not sure what we're gonna see.
Yeah, I think Mars is faster in this situation. I'm not sure like what their PBs are in 90%, but I think Mars is a little faster, potentially. Yeah.
I feel like a split play at least wouldn't work too well, like splitting between levels and blues early on. I would maybe go for some fast level goals, and then maybe consider some blue goals.
I wonder how a person going for blues could win on this card. Like what levels they would have to focus on. Like if you're winning row 2, you could probably win row 1, but you have to be ready to go to Pinna, I think, or pivot to Rico 100 if you lose the Yoshis. You win row 2. I think you have to find some way like to contest Serena if you're going for blues.
I feel like that's a pretty good point. You could almost view blues as bait on this card if you go too hard in on it early on.
Right. Yeah. You got to be thinking about like what levels you actually have to do to secure another road that doesn't have blues in it, and that's really important. Like I think if you go for blues too, and your opponent doesn't, you're gonna lose to 8 episodes. You're like Bianco 4 Hoverless is up in the air, 4 Piantas up in the air. 4 Secrets would probably be a little bit against you if you're going for blues, but you're not as focused on level progress. Yeah, I think Serena's gonna be really important here.
Yeah, I could see Pianta or Bianco start into Serena to finish the pipes and then maybe waiting a bit with finishing Serena.
Yeah, May is going to Pianta. Interesting. We have some different starts here. Mars wants Bianco. Maybe May doesn't think they can win Bianco for Hoverless and wants to secure some Pianta value early. This will put them ahead to 8 episodes if they commit to this play. May might be looking at a row 4 play right from the start with some value in row 5 with Pianta Shadow Mario. But Mars will have the Bianco lead, which I think will be a little important here.
I like this start from May. I think like in Bianco you get a few Bianco goals, which is good, but you don't get much else. While Pianta sets you up for episodes, Piantas, pipes into maybe Serena.
Right.
It's like very fast level shines.
Very true. Oh, that combo just fell in the water. Yeah, this is a good play for like row 4. I like that. Well, so far we can't really tell if a player's gonna focus blues, but May by going to Pianta, just by virtue of going to Pianta, it doesn't feel like they're gonna be focusing on the blues that much.
Yeah.
Well, that Chomplet also fell in the water. These Chomplets are just helping May out. So.
I feel like I never get lucky with the Chomplets.
Oh dear. Yeah, May's struggling a little bit with them. It happens.
Pianta 1 is awful.
Yeah, it's such a bad level. You don't know
Like,
what you're doing.
if you don't get good RNG and play fairly well, they just run all over the place. I can see the value of Bianco when there's 20 Bianco blues, secrets, 5 Bianco shines, Bianco 4 harborless. It's like a standard start, but I feel like you might end up being behind on this card.
He's grabbing blue. He's grabbing blue. He may want to split episodes in blue. Did they get the shine spawn? Yes, they did. Okay. Mars is doing the original game strat.
I feel like 40 total blues is very awkward on this card because you can
Yeah.
get 3 golds together without needing it.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Yeah, May is clearly has blues on the mind, so I'm kind of interested to see what kind of play they're going for with blues. Ooh, there's Blue Salem. I think a little bit of blues coming here. Mars did grab the M on the windmill. I'm not sure he got Joe Blue, but yeah, I would like to see neither player really focus blues too hard. Like we said, there's not the be-all end-all on this card. I feel like blues in general typically aren't the be-all end-all in row control. Usually you can't win enough with just blues because of the nature of the format.
I think May is really gonna want 8 episodes. And then get the rest of the pipes in Serena 1 and 2.
Right.
I think that's gonna be a good start, and then maybe spin off to something else in the meanwhile.
Yeah, I think maybe like just to grab the blues from your path like they're doing right now.
Yeah.
And then finish the shine without going for like the extremist one. That'd be nice. May does have a pretty strong episodes lead already though, just by doing Pianta, so that's nice.
Yeah.
If they go to Serena though, it might balance out a little bit, but like when you have the Pianta shot, those are so fast. It's like it doesn't really matter. Especially when your opponent started Bianco. Yeah.
I guess if you you kind of have to stop by Gelato at some point as well. I'm not sure when that would be.
Right.
Before like going to Pinna or just taking a pit stop at Gelato maybe. Row 5 is kind of bad, but if like May is gonna be set up for Pianta Shadow Mario, so if he gets 2 hidden Gelatos, he can just wait with that goal, finishing it with like 26 shines later, because he's already ahead in shines.
Right. Yeah, they're just grabbing the blues. I like this. I like this a lot. Not focusing blues too hard. I think maybe they recognize the blues aren't the strongest. Mars also not really collecting blues that much, so I like this. They're definitely making some good priorities early. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. So
yeah, Falconhead is talking about greed on if he should do like Serena, Gelato and then Pinna to finish 8 episodes. And
That's interesting.
what if you like want to rush 8 episodes? What would be a good level then? Because then it would be like Bianco. I guess you could do Bianco 1. That's one of the faster ones available. Because you don't want to do Bianco 2, you don't want to do Rico 1, sort of.
Oh, that's a
bonk.
bad death. That was unfortunate.
I think you can still afford that death.
The nice thing about this, though, is that Mars will probably finish Hoverless before May finishes Pianta 4, so May will be able to delay Pianta 4 if they feel so led.
That's a good point.
I think maybe Mars would have finished it before May finished anyway, but now getting the bad RNG too. Yeah, so May will be able to hide progress if they so choose. That'll be really good. Then Mars doesn't know about the episode progress. Doesn't know that May has a lead for a bit in Pianta, but I don't know if Mars really cares about that. Maybe if 5 Bianca Shines into the play.
I would kind of like to see May secure 8 episodes and then go for Serena.
Yeah, with the Bianca Hoverless click, you're an episode up ahead, so that's nice.
Yeah, row 3 and 4 are good, and you can probably try and snatch row 2. Also, row 1 is a possibility, and then also maybe row 5 if you decide to get Gelato Hiddens.
Right. And then you would probably finish row 5 with 26 shrines at that point. Yeah, May is delaying for Pianta, as they should. May could, like, I think the Serena play now could be good for May, getting the lead there at least.
Yeah.
Finish off pipes, let Mars know, like, hey, like, I have stock in row 4, stay out, sort of thing. Because 4 Secrets isn't going to happen for a little while, so...
Especially the pipes click could scare Mars away from Serena.
Mars is now doing 20 Bianco, which is very interesting.
He might think that it was a race to Bianco 4 hoverless and just wants to secure it.
Yeah, I feel like, though, like, if you think you're racing to Bianco for hoverless, like, you're going to be behind at Bianco? I don't know. Because your opponent would see the click and be like, okay, I gotta pivot to blues now. They're already in the level, probably. You just stop hovering, or you stop not hovering, and then go to blues, so you're behind at that point. So
you might just see it as a synergy when he's already in Bianco.
Yeah. That could be. Yeah, Mars trying to get some stock in row 1 and 2 at this point. Mars will now have like a pretty big blues lead after this, so
yeah, I think Mars' game plan should just be blue goals.
Yeah, for now, but again, we gotta see some contesting of like level progress who may clip back in.
I think Mars needs to get 2 Gelato Hidden Shines, or maybe try and just rush Serena goals before May.
Yeah.
Needs some counter at least.
Was May lost in the sewers? Oh no. They're fine. Oh boy. I think after May sees this 20 Bianco click, they should probably...
Oh, it looked like an accidental enter to Bianco.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they just want to grab blues or something real
like
quick.
He ran away from the statue and jumped. And he still got in. Okay, maybe it was planned.
Yeah, they're gonna go in probably maybe finish Bianca 1 for an episode. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Or do PD, I guess.
I feel like at this point you should just surrender all the Bianco goals. Use your lead in episodes. Just get Bianco 1.
Yeah.
Unless he somehow wants to contest secrets at this point, but
Yeah. I think
don't
I
need
think
secrets.
you really don't. Like, they could literally finish row 4 in like a very short amount of time at this point with some fast episodes and like Rico, or even just doing the Serena stuff. Like, it's not
Yeah.
fast, but it gets you ahead. And since Mars is doing blues, obviously they don't know that, but like, you're pretty far ahead in terms of episodes at this point. So
8
I
episodes
mean,
is really important.
yeah, and maybe like you think because you did Pianta anyway, like you're so far ahead, like you can do some slower episodes. But like, I don't know. I don't see a value in doing Bianca 2 at this point after you've already seen the Bianca for Harvest. So
Yeah, I agree.
like, maybe they see by Bianca and like, oh, I'm gonna need that for my win con. I gotta try and race this. But like, and maybe they think Mars has left Bianca now they've done Bianca for Harvest. I don't know.
Well, people are different and they are in a match, so you have nerves and
Yeah, nerves exist.
it's
for
like
sure.
it's way easier for us to analyze the card without having to actually stress about the gameplay
Yeah.
and performing and everything.
Yeah, Mars is struggling a bit to get onto the windmill here.
It's always so clunky there with the rocket.
Nice double rocket stuff. Yeah, I didn't know for the longest time that YChem actually maybe go less far when you're in YChem and falling.
Well, I just learned that now, thank you.
Oh no. Yeah, you need a rocket to get up there, Mars. An extra rocket. Yeah, it's like I don't know, like you just fall slower in a horizontal direction. Like,
It makes sense though, I also use the dive and YCam to better aim stuff.
Yeah, Mars is really struggling here.
Yeah, I should just ride the windmill.
Yeah, maybe the Bianco enter was accidental. That makes a lot of Rico. At that point, like, again though, like, I feel like if it was that accidental, you could just Bianco 1, not worry about Bianco.
Yeah. Bianco 2
Mars-
is slow.
Mars clicks by Bianco, so May knows like they have a solid episodes lead at this point.
Yeah.
5 episodes.
Juicy.
Now Mars should go do Bianco 3 hidden, getting in the hover nozzle. Pretty smart. You don't feel comfortable with the rocket. I didn't even know there was a hover nozzle there. So Mars will have a bunch of clicks. They can click for Pianta whenever they want. Obviously, after seeing Bianco clicks, May probably knows I can hold this ransom for the rest of time. Like, probably for another 20 minutes, unless Mars goes to Pianta right after this. Which, how would you know that? But,
I
like,
feel like we've seen Mars going for row 4, so it's not impossible that he decides to do Bianca.
I think Mars is trying to win row 4 with secrets and episodes, though, which, at this point, like, I feel
Only
like...
has 4.
I feel like I mean, you haven't seen anything from May, so you don't know what May's been doing. Maybe you think you've sniped May to everything. But then
Yeah.
also he had that Bianco 20 fiasco with getting on the windmill. So maybe you think, I might be... and you still want it. You might be thinking, I might be blind to some things now. He has exactly 20 blues. Didn't get Joe blue.
Since 8 episodes is lost, I would maybe want Mars to either rush Serena just to steal it, or at least get 2 Gelato hiddens.
And he's trying to decide. He wants to fight Bianco, I think. So he has 4 right now, so he'll get Bianco 1 probably.
5 Bianco is fine if he also rushes 2 Gelato hiddens, because
Right.
that's gonna decide how ahead he is to row 5.
Yeah, but if May goes for it right now, then yeah, May instantly enough did Rico 1, so they're at 6 episodes. Oh, and going back into Rico. That's confusing.
Yeah.
Um,
I would
doing Rico 100?
I would like to see May get Serena for the pipes. But
Yeah, either Gelato or Serena.
like 8
I think
episodes.
I
is
think May
important.
is trying to secure 8 episodes with Rico. That seems to be
I mean,
the play here. That's
Rico
very-
3 is very fast.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing in Rico. Someone was saying at the beginning of this match in the chat, like,
Yeah.
Rico is like the only bad world on this card, and there's really not much going on here besides Rico 100.
I agree. I think he just is scared of 8 episodes maybe, and like it does take time to unlock Gelato, and you can only do 1 episode in Gelato.
Right. Yeah, they could be going to it after this. That could be the case. I could see that.
Yeah, but
And like,
now that you're already here, you might as well do at least Rico 3.
but now Mars is going to Gelato, so May will lose to Gelato Hiddens, and that's a little unfortunate.
Or is
That
he?
means, or not. Oh,
Oh,
Pianta?
I told you. I told you it was
Oh
possible.
no! Oh no!
Uh,
I mean, you haven't seen what May's been doing. But I think May will get 8 episodes before Mars any shot at getting 4 Pianta. And I think May is probably going to double click 4 Pianta in 8 episodes when they get it.
I hope
that's,
so.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, it's still a ways off before Mars gets 4 Piantas.
Yeah, it's 7 episodes for May after Rico 2. For Gelato 1. Okay, now doing Rico 3 for 8 episodes. That's fine. Fine call for right now. Yeah, this also opens up a secret for May, so it's not the worst thing ever. So if May needs to pivot to 4 secrets, that's not a bad.
Yeah,
call.
like keeping your options open. But I feel like you shouldn't hard commit to 4 goals in 1 row this early.
Okay, there's 8 episodes before Pianta clicked. Mars now knows that row 4, probably not the best idea. Now they know that they're behind the pipes as well, so I mean, you could try to contest that, but the chance that May goes back and gets 6 pipes is now pretty high. Well, maybe not right now, but how could Mars know that? Now
Hoping May does. I'd like to see May doing Gelato Hiddens or going Serena finally.
That's what I was also Seems like they're going to Gelato, getting Joe Blue. Interesting.
There is like the row 2 cones are just sitting there, so
Yeah, 15 Delfino is there. I feel like you're not looking at getting row 2, perhaps, but it could be a good idea to block some of the faster goals.
Yeah.
Delfino's terribly fast. Alright, yeah. May goes into Gelato. They will win Gelato Hiddens probably here. Mars did finish out Pianta 1, so at least trying to stay in the pipes race. Maybe they're going to go to Serena now and take pipes with the Serena stuff. That would be actually a pretty sick play.
yeah, that would work really well as a counter. Yeah, it hasn't unlocked Rico yet.
Has he unlocked Gelato?
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing Mars, like he went straight from Bianco to Pianta.
May is going to get a 5th pipe here. Very interesting. That's not a bad. Does get Delfino progress as well. 13 from Delfino is on the card.
Yeah, Beach Pipe is super fast, so
That does give a little more value to blues that I didn't think about.
yeah.
Maybe that's what they're thinking. got a frozen screen right now.
Still think row 1 is not that good though.
Yeah. Row 1 is a lot of like high commitment stuff that like isn't that great. And it's like all over the place too. There's like hardly any synergy. Actually, there's like practically no synergy outside of like getting 20 blues for trades. But May will not be doing the gelato stuff right now. It's interesting.
I wonder if they're both scared of committing to Serena in case the other player's already deeper inside.
Oh god. Save, May, save.
Oh,
Save.
he has a memory card. I guess you can just...
Actually, oh, I don't think May had a memory card in, actually.
Well, you can just die at least.
Yeah, just die out. May hasn't... Has May died yet? Yeah, May died in Pianta, so they'll be down to 1 life here. Mars is doing Rico 1 now. Both players going to Rico for whatever reason. Maybe just to get a quick shine. To get to Pinna.
Do we know for sure that these players can do Serena whenevers?
I don't know. I think maybe May can. I don't know about Mars. I don't think it's something that they want to default to.
Yeah, could be that they're not comfortable with it and would, like, especially when you have to get like 6 Serena shines, that you would rather just like get Yoshi. You also have Yoshi in 2 worlds, but I still think May should try and finish 6 pipes.
Yeah, that would be wise.
Let's lock it down. He's already at 5 pipes.
Mars not going to Gelato. Looks like we'll probably take the Gelato Hiddens. It might be that May doesn't want to get test row 5. I don't know. Maybe they see 5 Bianco and they're like, okay, I'm probably not winning for row 5. But I mean, you're ahead to 26 shines. You're ahead to Pianta Shadow Mario. It's like,
might just be that they're just both overthinking what their opponent has and hasn't done.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, May is doing 16 Pinna. How to feel that? I mean, May has Delfino blues and stuff. I'm not sure how many blues Mars has, but how do you win row 2 with where you're at right now? Like, are you gonna get 70 totals? You're behind to 20 from 2. I mean, unless you do 20 in Rico after this, get 20 from 2.
May can just do 16 Pinna, get Yoshi, and do 15 Delfinos, and then Goldbergs.
Oh, true. Yeah, row 2 is so blues heavy, I forgot the Goldbergs were there. This could also be just a play to steal the value of 16 Pinna from Mars, which is also good. On that Bluebird in the Mecha fight. Seeing that.
Oh, Mars also going to Pinna now. I think they've both seen row 2 as like uncontested and pretty useful. Pinna does have a lot of value indirectly with like Ride Yoshi and 15 Delfinos and just easy access to Serena.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see both players get Yoshi on this card, even if they know they're behind. It'll be interesting to see if Mars does Pinna Blues. If Mars does Pinna Blues, then May's play is really strong. It'll end up being pretty strong. But if Mars goes straight to the Mecha fight, then May's going to be behind to Serena at this point. May's kind of struggling with this bird. Ooh. giving up on the bird for now. I think the bird health doesn't recover, so a few more sprays should hit it down.
Interesting.
Yeah, neither of them are doing the... Okay, yeah, Mars is going for penalties. Neither of them doing the 20 infinite routes for Pinna 1. I think there is a route for that. So I think there are 20 in Pinna 1.
Inside the park, or do you need the ones outside?
You need at least one outside, if I remember correctly. Hey, stand on top of the thing. Yes.
This could be a good 20
there you go.
boost for Mars, I guess. For 20 from 2.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. But he will be kind of hurt when he sees 16 Pinna clicked off.
If it isn't delayed.
Yeah, for sure. Here's Mars might also secure 40 totals here. I don't think May is going to get enough boost to secure it, but Mars might. Neither of them have gone into Gelati Desk.
They have just unlocked it and left.
They both unlocked it and they completely ignored it. May went to Beach Pipe and Mars. I have no idea what Mars did actually.
I'm fairly certain that both players are just scared of each other's progress, and then they just end up doing something really random, and they're both doing the same random thing.
That's very possible here. They just need these two now. The one up top, which May seems to have missed. I do a route here where I would go up this thing before going down to that weird structure. And May marks 16 Pinna instantly.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, and Mars is now sad that he was behind the Pinna, but I don't think he's out of it yet. Obviously, he's still. I think he's at 30 blues. Did he trade 20? I think he traded 20. Actually, May I think is in the lead for blues now.
Yeah, I think Mars traded 20.
Yeah, he's not marking 40 totals. It must have been. May is starting to take a bit of a lead here, which is really good for them. Mars needs to knock May to Pinna blues now, I think.
Yeah, there are better.
Even. They might be scared that the 16 Pinna is like on top of other blues, which it kind of is, but May hasn't been super hard built in blues, so. But they haven't marked any blues really, so. Just besides Pinna blues. Just the episodes you can. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that May's progress is pretty hidden right now. Like, May's done a lot in a lot of places. But the clicks don't show it, which is really good for them. Mars's clicks tell May that I've done Bianco, and Mars has done other things, but not too many other things. Besides those Bianco blues and Bianco episode shines and all that. So, or Bianco shines. Mars is still doing the Pinna blues, and May has already done Pinna 1. This is a hard commit to 40 totals, I think. May is leaving.
I think May has done a good job of what we talked about with focusing levels and just grabbing some blues on the side.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that play.
It's good on this card.
They've left Pinna though, which is interesting.
Finally, we're seeing Serena.
Yes, now we're starting to see this run of play come to fruition. May does know whenever it seems, so that's good for them. Hope we don't see any door clips or doors that are already open in this match.
Good times.
Very, very nice whenever.
Clean first try.
Meanwhile, Mars is doing the mecha fight. Don't know if they got that hit. Yeah. Mars is going to have a bit of a hard time with Row 2 now, for sure, because now 70 totals is in the Row 2 win con for Mars, unless they get Tanoki first, but the clicks have kind of shown that May has more shines, so maybe they don't think they're winning Tanoki at this point.
Yeah.
and they want to hard focus blues, and that would be probably the death of Mars's game plan, is a hard blues focus, as we talked about. That's not really the way you want to be going on this card. It's going to slow him down a lot, probably. Mars needs to probably be contesting some more level progress goals at this point. Or at least like be doing Delfinos or something that isn't blues. Now May's kind of a lead too.
Yeah, it's hard. Mars needs to win row 1, 2, and 5. Mars needs to just get a lot of goals. I don't know how.
Yeah. Bit of a rough position. I don't think it's impossible to win from. I think like pick your goals right. Maybe like I think you're still winning row 2. It's just gonna take longer, but you gotta be aware of like where you can go to get those blues. And I mean, Serena has a lot of fast blues, so you could be thinking, I need to get through the first 2 levels of Serena, get the blues. That's quite a lot of value, actually. And we also noted that this will be 6 types for me. I wouldn't be surprised to see
I think it's fine for Mars to continue in Pinna now. Kind of needs level. He needs shines, and he needs 20 from 2. He needs Yoshi, 15 Delfino blues. So this is a good play. I would say. He also needs 2 hidden Gelato shines.
Yeah, which May currently is not contesting. May could be thinking about blues. May is still getting blues. May's still thinking about blues. So I mean, there's still some interest in row 2. I think that May should honestly just focus level progress at this point. You have a Serena lead, which you don't know that, but it's obviously Mars will flip Bianca goals.
Yeah, to be fair, Mars hasn't really shown any progress either, other than Bianco, so...
Yeah, and his next clip's gonna be 20 from 2, probably, so that doesn't help.
I get wanting to split play a bit for May right now.
I think they're in a good enough position for that to work at this point. They just can't put off the gelato hiddens for too long. Otherwise, like, you know your opponent has access to that. At this point, like, it's 40 minutes in, like, they're gonna have unlocked gelato by this point. Maybe May also just doesn't want to go super far in Serena, and that could also be possible because 16 Nokis on the card, 40 totals. May is actually 3 blues away from 40 totals right now. I don't know how close Mars is, but this could be a race if they're both focusing blues right now. Mars is doing pretty good. So. Yeah, May wants 40 totals right now. I don't think May wants to do all of Serena. They're delaying pipes.
Oh, Mars just needs 1 more blue. This is very close, sadly.
Yeah.
Mars could have just got
May takes it
in Delfino.
Yeah, May takes the goal. And that's 40 totals clicked, which tells Mars, like, your blue lead wasn't that great, unfortunately. Mars will still get 20 from 2, but having 40 totals clicked with 20 from 2 still up is, like, kind of a hard thing to see. Because those 2 goals kind of go hand in hand, usually.
I think the issue is that Mars has had to really commit to some slower blues in 2 worlds, while May just got like blues in a bunch of different worlds.
Right.
Faster blues even.
Okay, now May is going to fire Bianca. Not for a second, maybe we see Gelato play finally. May still wants blues.
I understand delaying goals, but at this point I wouldn't really delay 6 pipe shines, I think. And you kind of want to click it to scare off Serena.
Does Mars have 20 in Pinna now?
I think that's 20, yeah.
May is finishing out Delfino Blues, it would seem. And that will make Mars's Road 2 adventure very hard. Because then Mars has to win Noki. Which... I don't know, like, if he's that behind that at this point. Since May's been actually grabbing blues a lot. But... yeah... he's at least ahead to Yoshi's. I think he might be delaying 20 from 2. I think he has 20 in Pinna. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I'm also fairly certain he has 20 from 2. Oh, nice coconut.
I feel like if you see 40 totals clicked without 20 from 2 clicked, you can probably assume you're winning that goal. Maybe not like completely, but I wouldn't delay it too long if he actually has it. And there's the 6 pipes click.
Oops.
From May, that was a pretty solid delay there. Not that Mars was contesting it, but I think after you see a 4 Pianta click, you can assume you're probably not winning 6 pipes. But yeah, that brings the score to 1-0. First row taken by May.
Yeah, looking back at this, I feel like row 3 and 4 are so strong on this card.
Yeah, now May clicks off between Delfino, and now Mars is probably panicking. How do I win row 2? I've invested so much time in 20 from 2 at this point. And you know, like, May has blues now, so, like, you might even be behind the 70 totals. Mars is at 19. He might be re-entering for the butterfly and ride Yoshi from 2. That'd be a good play, I think, right now. May is getting a Goldberg. And has not traded yet, from what I remember. So, it's 45 blues just sitting there. May could get some Delfino shines and just be ahead to that as well. Get to Noki before Mars can. Not that Delfino shines matter at this point to May. May's already got the Serena lead. And pretty solid lead in row 2. Like, I think row 2... You go,
I feel like row 2 is kind of lost for Mars at this point. And he should try and focus row 3 and 5 somehow. At least row 5.
He's going for the basket blue instead of doing butterfly. Not quite a fan of that, but I appreciate the effort. He wants to do the swag strat.
Respectable.
I get blue.
Okay, that's
2
20.
clicked.
Cool.
May going back to Serena now. I think if May commits to Serena play right now, Mars could still win Goldbirds, and then blues would make row 2 a little more contested.
I think, yeah, doing Serena 2 and 3 now maybe is fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Gets you some shines, gets you Serena progress. Yeah, May's just in a spot where they have a lot of options in row 3. It's gonna be hard to lose that row at this point. But Mars now will have Yoshi, so we could see the race balance out a little bit. But Mars still hasn't done Manta yet, so it's a bit rough. At least 3 minutes behind May and Serena.
Comes down to whether May goes deep into Serena now or not.
There's Ride Yoshi and 2 clicked. And Mars is thinking. Let's see. What do I want to do? Do I want to connect Serena? Do I want to get the Noki now? Seems like going to Gelato. Finally gonna see Gelato Hiddens, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely needs that to win row 5. But he also needs to somehow block row 2. Because May is getting row 3 now, basically.
Yeah. Well, Gelato Blues are untapped, so you could get some blues here. They're a little out of the way, but there's quite a few here, so he could get a blues lead here. That could help him in row 2. But if May dying. They did get the watermelon life though, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
keeps
good.
their lives from being a little in jeopardy. They're at 1 life, so it's a little scary, especially in the secret. I've always considered the secret to be one of the hardest secrets in the game. I think it's just harder than Noki 6, honestly, as a beginner.
Yeah, and it's so long, and it's so easy to die on that last call move. Or just bonking on the last sand palace.
Yeah. Yeah, if Mars loses Goldbirds, well, he loses row 2 altogether, but that would be pretty hard for him. It's, yeah. What do you even do at that point? Behind in Serena, no Serena progress.
From our perspective, Mars just needs to get row 2 somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now.
Of course, he doesn't know that. But...
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's hard to row control when your opponent has 2 goals in a row and you're just like, I'm so behind to it. But, I mean, there's still a chance, like, especially with, like, Gelato Blues still being in play. The Blues race is actually kind of tied right now, I think. May's about 45, Mars, I think, is at 46 even. So they're pretty even on Blues right now. But, obviously, they wouldn't know that. Maybe one player thinks, or both players think they're behind to that. And maybe Blue's stopping a factor now. May's whenever, but very clean though right now.
Yeah.
I think Mars doing Gelato Hiddens now is fine. It's just maybe not the most correct call. Like, you gotta be contesting Noki at this point. It's just what you have to do.
I mean, 2 hidden shines in Gelato are fast shines. But yeah, I would maybe like to see some Delfino shines to just like hard rush both Goldbirds and then maybe hard rush 70 totals. It's a rough spot. He needs to secure row 2 and row 5.
That brings up a good point that he's contesting rows that he's already winning. But at the same time, like, Gelato Hiddens is something that the other player could be doing at any time.
Yeah.
So that's a scary goal to lose, especially when you really need it to win.
Although Mars looking at this card could realize that May is going for row 2 and 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's not having a chance with the row 3, Mars should kind of see that he has to block row 2.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's pretty hard to make that call right now, and May is also only 2 shines away from winning the match. They can do Serena 4, and go straight to Noki with trades, and take Goldbird and 16 Noki, and that will be it. Unless Mars somehow gets 5 Gelato shines before then, which I don't know why you would do that on this card, but
that would
I mean, if it saves you the match, I mean.
Yeah.
But then May just goes back and does Serena 4 hidden. Then we're all just sad.
Just like a short victory.
Yeah. Yeah, May will finish 4 Serena Shines here. There's the 2 Gelato Hiddens click from Mars. May is like, okay. Like, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of just relieves May of all his stress, and he knows that he can just focus on doing what he's doing.
Yeah. And that might even push May even further into Noki, realizing that maybe 5 Gelato Shines is at risk now. Or 16 Noki Blues because of 5 Gelato Shines. Mars seems to be realizing I need Noki now, doing Delfinos. So yeah, maybe the Gelato Hiddens seem to have just been fast shines, convenient in his route.
Yeah.
Maybe not fast enough, but there's the 4 Serena click. May just needs to go to Noki now with the trades. We're not sure how close Mars is to Noki at this point.
Doesn't Mars also need the Goldbird? Yeah.
Yeah, Mars needs to grab the Goldbird still. And May already has it. Yeah, May going to trade now. Head to Noki.
That's a very good play. I feel like someone pointed out that May is playing really well this match.
Yeah,
He's
May is
making
routed.
all the right choices.
Yeah, May has made a lot of really, really good choices here. The early episodes here with Pianta. I think May just saw, like, the good rows and saw what they could do to secure them and tunneled into it, and that was really good. I think May is going to have a 9-goal victory here, actually. Pretty uncontested.
We
Now,
could
I think-
comment on the Rico, deep Rico play from
Yeah.
Mel, but other than that,
Yeah, like, I think that's the only thing that was a little weird, like, going into Rico instead of maybe finishing Pianta out, which would have been, I mean, a little slower, but, I mean, you're ahead to episode 2.
I can understand wanting to rush 8 episodes in a safe environment, like some shines that you're comfortable with doing, even if they aren't the fastest, because it was an important goal to get.
Yeah, so if May secures the Goldbird first here, then I think they just win. If they go for blues and somehow Mark catches up and does blues before May can get to them, it could be a little more interesting, but May just goes to Serena at that point and wins the game. Just prolongs the match a little bit.
This is looking like a Goldbird rush, which is good.
Yeah, May actually might even be thinking, like, I just want to do Serena 4 hidden and just do that instead. Like, it's the safest thing, you're not going to get sniped to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the second row for May with Goldbirds. I didn't see what Mars just entered, but Mars is entering Noki now. Unfortunately, a little too late. Gonna do Noki Blues, I guess. Just try and contest what maybe May is going for, but May is just gonna go back to Serena and match with Serena for hidden. Yeah, very good routing from May this match.
Yeah.
Mars, unfortunately, fell into the blues trap, I think, on this card. And
Yeah, I think that was the biggest downfall.
Blues were definitely a trap here. I think the way May handled blues is just a little better. Routing them in slowly instead of hard rushing them like Mars did in Pinna after already losing 16 Pinna. And yeah, I think it slowed Mars down enough to where the route kind of fell apart.
May has just been really good at keeping his head cold and, like, not just been very controlled in decisions. The decision making has been really good.
Yep. Little victory lap just running for hidden here. I mean, if you're Mars at this point, you might think, "Oh, I'm head to 16 Noki, yay!" Like maybe May's going back for it, but like you also seen the Force Serena click. You're like, okay, well, could also be doing that, but I can't contest that. So
Yep.
Serena was very important on this card for sure. I guess we can ask May, like, why did you do so much Rico? Ask Mars, what did you see in blues?
Yeah. Those are good questions.
You want to ask anything? Those are the questions I want to ask.
Basically, those are the questions I have as well, so you can just ask them. We can kind of just state our opinion after that, like, level shines was a bit better on this card than hard focusing blues.
Yeah. Yeah, row 4 just worked really well with Pianta. That's what it came down to. And there's the click. GG's. It's 3-0 victory for May.
GG.
A very, very commanding match from May there. That was very good. Definitely just some better routing on May's part for this one. Yeah, we're getting both players in here for the interview. So May,
Hello.
GG's. GG's.
GG.
That was a very good match.
Thank you. Felt very good.
Yeah. I mean, a 9-goal row control victory is always great to see, I think. It's actually fairly difficult. I think I've only done that once. It's quite an accomplishment. Mars is coming in soon, I guess. Yeah. He definitely thought your routing was probably at its best in this match that we've seen this whole season.
Thank
So
you.
you should be proud of that.
Yeah, I think the Pianta start was very good. I thought it was real. I thought it was way better than it was because I read 16 pinup blues and 16 Pianta blues, and I was like, wow,
Oh,
that's a lot of value. But it still worked out.
Mars is here, I guess. I think it's muted. Hello, Mars. GG's.
Hello, GG.
GG Mars.
Yeah. So yeah, like that was a fun match to commentate, fun match to watch. You both did very well. First question, for Mars. What did you see in doing so many blues on this card?
I thought I had like a lot of options after doing Bianca blues. Like I was set up for 20 from 2 and 40 totals was a goal I had planned to get, but missed it by 1 coin. And then
And that was a close snipe.
yeah, and I don't know. I felt like it didn't really put me in a bad position. I felt like I honestly felt like I was in the lead until both gold bird shines were clicked, and then I just lost. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the way we thought about the card when we were reading it at first was that blues had a lot of value, but they didn't have enough to win you enough rows. So you really had to be thinking about the level shine progress too, and how you're going to contest Serena, contest pipes and stuff. Yeah, just a little bit weaker than maybe we all imagined at the beginning, but I don't think it was a bad play. For May, we were wondering why you continued in Rico.
Why I continued in Rico? Because I thought it was like faster episode shines. I wanted 8 episodes, like really bad.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't get any blues there either. I was just like, I want this goal because I don't want to do Bianco 4 hoverless or 4 Secret Shines. It just puts me
Yeah.
behind in everything else I want to do. So
Yeah.
I like needed 8 episodes basically.
Yeah, it did make sense, I guess, in that regard. We were just wondering, like, because Pianta Shadow Mario was there, and like you could have, considering that Mars was collecting blues and stuff, you probably had an episode's lead. You could probably assume
Yeah.
that. But,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my fallback plan was row 5 was like I'll probably beat them to 26 shines because I'm just like prioritizing that.
yeah,
And then worst comes worst, I go to Gelato and do Gelato 2 hidden shines, and then I'm really close to Pianta. So
yeah,
row 5 was my fallback plan to like in case that got sniped for me.
yeah. We were surprised that no one went for the Gelato Hiddens much earlier. Honestly, like it was just sitting there for most of the
I just
match
didn't see
before
like
Mars went
much
for it.
value going for it. So like unless I needed to, like there was so much value in like Serena and Pinna and
Yes,
Pianta, where I was just like, there's
specifically
no really.
You're right.
Pinna. I was worried about like losing 2 Gelato Hiddens, but I felt like Pinna had more value, and at the time
Yeah.
I went there, 16 Pinna hadn't been clicked, and I really
Right.
wanted that and Ride Yoshi in 2 Worlds.
Oh, was that like a close snipe? How close were you?
It wasn't that close. I was a few coins off, but the 40
Yeah,
total
Mar-
snipe was like really close. But although I
Yeah.
guess it didn't matter since you kind of had that row mostly.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah, 40 totals and Goldbird were like really kind of close.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal snipes there. Yeah, I think what really caused you to fall behind was the hard commit to blues kind of in the middle of the match. It kind of put you behind to a lot of things. Weren't able to get Serena fast enough. I don't know if you ever thought about rope 3 with Serena.
No, not at all. I saw Serena 4 hidden and I was like, okay, that row is dead. I need to win 70 totals and Goldbirds because this seems like the most contested row right now.
Right. Yeah.
I think there was a lot of hard choices for Mars to do, and he did a lot of the right choices, but he could have maybe like just hard focused Goldbirds even earlier. Like you needed the goals you went for, but maybe from your standpoint it was hard to see how important Goldbird Shines was, and it was
Yeah, I
getting
didn't-
somewhat late in the match.
That makes sense. I didn't realize how close May would be to Goldbirds because I thought I had like a pretty good lead toward it, but
It's hard to
You
keep
could,
track of time in the match.
I find Noki so hard to keep track of. Like I never know how close someone is to Noki. It's like
Yeah.
my biggest weakness. I just assume everyone has it at all times. I'm just like, I don't know. So I just like prioritize that super fast. I'm like, I'm probably gonna lose this goal if I don't go for it now, so I'm just gonna do that.
It was
Yeah.
fairly close though, with Mars being like having just entered. Noki won.
hmm Yeah, and at least there was the possibility that May could have been doing 16 Noki blues. So you could have maybe won to that after seeing Goldberg's click with the pivot. But unfortunately, this round of progress is just too much for row 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. So GG's to both of you. We'll be looking forward to the next match. I don't know when it is, but I didn't really see.
it's gonna be like tomorrow sometime during the day.
Yeah.
I think 2.
Yeah, 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Nice.
We'll see
Yeah.
you guys then, and good luck.
Yes,
Thank
good
you.
luck with the next
you.
one.
GG's was fun.
GG's, and thank you Lego for restreaming at the last second.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, and for commentators for coming in last second too.
No problem.
Yes, absolutely.